Good day, podcast community. Pete Kane here, Podcast Pete, alias 300 plus podcasts last up to this point, and we're just getting started. But this one is Flip the Script, the path to generational wealth. Yes, you heard me. Generational wealth and 3 strategies to win 2025 and beyond. Yes, it's going to be a great year if you choose. Now, let me give you the 3 strategies. Okay, flip the script. What does that mean? Okay, for those that have been on my podcast, several people, but one in particular, Beth, turned to me and said, "Well, what's your story?" And I said, "Well, this is about you. So my story is not in there." Now, your chance to be the host, and I'll be the guest, and we'll pay for, set up, and do everything for you. You just come with every question you want to ask me. Why? Because you better, because this is the most important time of our lifetime. The first quarter of this year could absolutely put you on the path to generational wealth if you understand what's going on. You got AI, you got Bitcoin, you have our ecosystem, you have a digital footprint, you have podcasting, you name it, everything's coming together. And you're going to see people that are going to recognize the opportunity and they're going to actually grab it and run with it. You want to be one of those. So if you're an entrepreneur that wants to grow and scale their business by 10x, that's possible. Do you want to be a nonprofit that want to grow and scale your business to greater impact by 10x? That's possible. You want to be if you're a corporate professional in one industry and you're making really good money, but you don't know how to transition to being free and being an entrepreneur, we can help you. So those are our 3 avatars, but here I'm going to give you the 3 strategies. Like I said, there'll be a link in this video. It's going to run 10 minutes. So if you stay to the end, it'll be the best video you will listen to in 2024, because we're still into 2024. We're winding down, but we are close to turning the chapter to the most explosive time of our life. And that's when you have to understand AI, Bitcoin, digital footprint, podcasting. The online world is global, so your market is global. And if you can recognize those trends, you won't be distracted. You'll be focused, and that's what we can do for you. So flip the script, interview me, ask me any question you want to ask. Okay. Number 2, I got to look at my notes here. Listen to our ecosystem, and I'm going to give this to you towards the end. Our ecosystem is a couple years in the making. My boss, my partner, Jeff Bourgeois, we put this together. So the magazine, and he now has an AI agency. And man, if you're not getting a better understanding of AI, you're going to be left behind. You don't want to be left behind in this transition from industrial to the digital world. Because if you do, you'll be like kicking yourself for life. That's why you have to do your research now. Now, don't wait another day. Go through the 10 steps, understand the ecosystem, understand what is going on. Just to be first is assessment. You got to assess people. If you want to generate leads, you got to know what you're dealing with. Because if you deal and talk to somebody that's not ready to do anything, you're wasting your time. You have to talk to people that are ready to do something, and you have to do an assessment to do it. Podcasting, just look at the recent elections. One embraced long form podcasting, one did not. One won, one lost by a long shot. And that's when you can't be honest and truthful with people. People pick that up. And it's not like the last whatever months it was that she decided to run. That wasn't it. It was 4 years of, I don't know what it was, but it certainly wasn't somebody that knew what the heck they were doing. But that's where the market will expose you or promote you. And it absolutely exposed the other candidate. So, long form podcasting is good sense of how you can get to know people. You can't fool somebody in a 3-hour podcast. Just can't. There's too many things that go on. But when you try to control things, you don't put yourself out there. People don't get to know you. You can always get sound bites and all this stuff short, but you can't get to know somebody in 3 hours and not have a good idea who they are. So that's number 2, learn our 10 steps. And I will wait because I'm going to wait to give it to you. The 4th one is our magazine. Google search Kennesaw Happenings. And we have the first US one, and there'll be hundreds, thousands of other communities created. We link it back to podcasting so people can get to know you and trust you. But people like to touch things. And that's what a magazine, collaborative magazine, is all about. It's a community. First, Kennesaw. Then you can go deep. You can go any community you want. It's 20 people. We coach them. We're strategy. We help them in 12 weeks change this. When you change this, you change everything. But if you have a limited belief system, you'll be missing it. But if you are open for growth and have a growth mindset, well, the chances of you understanding what's going on go way up. So have a growth mindset, do your homework, look at what's going on. It's so powerful that you and I will be talking about this. It's already happening. Now it's going to be very obvious. The last strategy is Google me, Pete Kane. You can put Pete Kane podcasting, you put podcast Pete, whatever you want to, and see what that looks like. Then Google yourself. Google your name because it's all about the person, not the company, the person. So Google your name. And just a tip, get your name, buy your name. You better buy your name now. You'll be kicking yourself, but own your name. Then it's all about the person. That's a podcast for another time. But Google me, then Google you. Now there's a gap there. That's your opportunity. That's your opportunity to do something because I'm just getting started. You've heard the old song, I could sing it, but I don't want to ruin the podcast. Just getting started. And if you have like a LinkedIn profile that comes up, maybe your website, it's not enough because people have to know, like, and trust you. And to do that, they have to consume 7 hours of you, make 11 buying signals, raising their hand in a digital sense to say they're interested. And then they have to see you on 4 different platforms. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you something really special. It's a masterclass. You don't even need to give me your name and email. Then, for those that have been on my podcast and they're ready to put me on and ask me any questions, you can go to petekane.me/opportunity. That's what we have for you. We have our /magazine. That's where you can see Kennesaw Happenings and understand that because each magazine will not be published until it's sold out, period. We're not into publishing magazine hoping somebody will support it. You are serious, raise your hand, put your money where your mouth is, and move forward. If you're not, then don't. It's your choice. And for those that have not been on my podcast and want to get on a podcast, because you have to be on the podcast first, go and take an assessment at pkane.me. So that's all we have for you today. So flip the script. The path to generational wealth is here. And the 12 weeks we'll spend with you, starting it's the January. I don't have the date exactly, but it's the middle of January, is the time when 12 people will be selected to do this 20 beta founders, whatever you want to call it. And after one session, if you don't want it, don't like it, don't get a good feel, we'll give you your money back, and then we'll put another person in there because we'll have a waiting list. I can assure you of that. So, do you want to win in 2025 and beyond? You want generational wealth? Flip the script, interview me, book it now. Then we're going to have a process where we're going to select 20 people. And those 20 people will get so much value that it will be crazy good. So, hope to see you there. Hopefully at least flip the script. What do you have to lose? Interview me. Ask me your toughest questions. You skeptical? Ask me. We're going to be recording it. So, hey, I got to tell you this truth, which I will anyway, but take advantage of this opportunity. And we'll put a link there for you to book the podcast, because this is going out for everybody that's been on my podcast. We're giving you an opportunity to flip the script, because if you got on there 2 years ago, you have no idea what we're doing. So this is a chance to get caught up, go through the masterclass, check out Kennesaw Happenings. There's 2 stories in that one. Most of them don't even know they're in there. And flip the script, ask me anything, and put yourself in the shoes of generational wealth and set yourself up to win for life. Thank you so much. Be bold, make an impact, and